Good morning, students. Today we have Mihajlo again with us. Thanks so much for joining. So he's going to take a quick quiz challenge. So we have a hammer, some berries, raspberries. We have a crescent moon, or just moon if you'd like. We have some waves, and we don't have a football ball, but we have a football goal, and it relates mainly. So today we'll do some anatomy, and there's going to be one disease or one condition if you'd like. Okay, ready?
Yes.
So number one. So there's five altogether. So this condition relates to a weak or thin spot on an artery in the brain that balloons or bulges out and fills with blood. The bulging condition can put pressure on the nerves or brain tissue. It may also burst or rupture, spilling blood into the surrounding tissue. Okay, number two. This part is part of the middle ear ossicle. It connects with other bones such as incus, and it is attached to the inner surface of the eardrum. There is a word for it in Latin, it's mallet. It transmits sound vibrations from the eardrum to the incus. Okay, number three. These type of movements are formed by involuntary muscle movements that occur in your digestive system. It begins with your throat when you swallow and continues to propel food and fluids throughout your gastrointestinal tract. And this movement makes digestion possible. So without this movement, we cannot eat or we cannot pass stools either. Okay, number four. This organ is about the size of a football goal. It usually is between 6.7 and 7.6 meters. It has three parts. It absorbs nutrients, so vitamins, mineral, carbohydrates, fats, protein, and water from food. So it can be used by the body for energy. And it's interesting that vitamin D may influence the gut microbiota and anti-inflammatory and immune modulating effects. Okay, and last one. This is anatomy. This part of the body is a term used to refer to the cartilage of the knee, either lateral or medial. And it relates to cartilaginous tissue that provide structural integrity to the knee when it undergoes tension or torsion. And it's also called the semi-lunar cartilage, referring to half moon or crescent shape. Okay, so did you guess? So shall we review?
Just a second.
Yes, certainly.
That's
Okay, thank you. So just quickly, so for the first, we had the brain artery. We had brain aneurysm, and then we also had hammer, so that's the small bone in our inner ear. And this one was a part of our knee, meniscus. And with the peristalsis, that's part of digestive movement, and the goal, that was the small intestine. Okay, so Mihajlo, could you please share with us?
So the first one was aneurysm. That is practically a balloon in an artery, where artery becomes enlarged. It can put pressure to surrounding tissue, especially nerve tissue, where it can cause diseases like neuralgia, and it can rupture and cause a sudden death.
That's right, hemorrhage and death. Great. Okay, how about number two?
So the second was malleus. It is a part of the middle ear. It connects, one part of it connects to the incus and the other part to the eardrum. So it practically, it can practically share the stimuli it gets from the outer ear to the inner ear.
Great. Yes, that's right. The sound vibration. Yes, perfect. Okay, how about number three?
The third one is peristalsis. It is part, or let's say, a thing of the digestive system. It enables, it is a movement of of the intestines. It enables food flow and passing stools. And one thing that helps peristalsis a lot is the disaccharide syllabiosis, which can be found in grains and in food that we cannot digest.
Okay, perfect. And how about number 4? It's also
so it is the small
related to digestion. Yes, go ahead.
it is the small intestine. That's 3 parts of it are duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. And vitamin D can have an effect on the gut microbiota.
Right. Okay, perfect. And number 5?
And the 5th one is meniscus. It holds structural integrity of the body, and it got its name half moon from the half moon shape.
That's right, perfect. Okay, let's have a quick look at the actual script. So just 1 minute until I share the sound. Okay. It's coming, okay. And just to remind you, perhaps I shared it before, you can also, if you'd like to get the script, the activity sheet, answer sheet, or whatever, you have some questions, you can contact me on Julia, so that's JULIJA.interpreter, as I'm interpreter, @gmail.com. So that's just a friendly reminder. So aneurysm, as we said, so it's usually berry shaped, so that's why we put that. And as Mihajlo pointed out, it's usually like a balloon, and it's filled with blood, and it creates all the pressure in the head. And if it ruptures or bursts, it may spill the blood. So usually spilling blood, we can say bleeding, or we can also say hemorrhage as well. Okay, so number 2, so we had the inner ear, so we had the malleus, and it connects to the incus, so the 3 smallest bones in our body, which is quite interesting. Inner surface of the eardrum, and Latin word is mallet, as Mihajlo pointed out, and it transmits sound vibrations. And peristalsis, so these are involuntary, so wave-like movements in our digestive system, and it propels or pushes the food and fluids throughout our gastrointestinal tract, so we get all the energy, and we need it for our life. And then the small intestine. So just to point out, some of the sites say also 6.5 meters, so obviously it depends on the person, perhaps, or depends on the research that's been done on the population, but usually it's at 6.7 to 7.6. So I believe the actual goal side in football, I'm not a football expert, it's slightly longer, but anyway, it's just a comparison. And it has 3 parts, and it absorbs vitamins, minerals, and vitamin D as well. So it also has anti-inflammatory and immuno effects. And last one was meniscus. Term of the cartilage of the knee, so lateral or medial, and it's a cartilage, so it's a tissue, it's like a cushion-like tissue, and it provides integrity, and it's called semilunar, half moon or crescent shape. So, and then on the same sheet we just had all the answers, all the questions, and then all the answers down as we just looked at. So perhaps it's easier to see in the color. And yes, so that's the meniscus, and pretty much the same picture. Okay, anything else from you, Mihajlo?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so I hope it helps. I'll just stop sharing and end this video for you. Hope it helps, and yes, enjoy your studies. Okay, bye. Thank you.